Right now, somewhere beneath miles of black, crushing water, something is making a sound no one fully understands. Scientists have spent decades trying to explain it. And every time they think they've cracked it, the ocean throws another mystery at them. Welcome to the strangest, darkest, most unexplored place on Earth. And we're just getting started. Let's start at the bottom. Literally. The Mariana Trench in the western Pacific Ocean is the deepest place on our planet, nearly 7 miles straight down. To put that in perspective, if you dropped Mount Everest into it, the mountain would be completely swallowed, and you'd still have a mile of water above its peak. Down there, the pressure is over 1,000 times stronger than what you feel at the surface. The temperature hovers just above freezing. There is no sunlight whatsoever, just permanent, total darkness. And yet, life exists there. Translucent snailfish, alien-looking sea cucumbers, microbes that feed on chemicals from the mud. Life, it turns out, finds a way even in the most extreme conditions imaginable. Only a handful of humans have ever gone down to the very bottom. And there's still no complete map of it. We've mapped more of the surface of Mars than the floor of our own ocean. Here's where it gets truly strange. In 2014, underwater sensors patrolling the Mariana Trench picked up a bizarre sound. It started with a deep, low rumble, and then shifted into a series of sharp, metallic clicks. Scientists nicknamed it the Beotwang. It lasted only a few seconds, but it was unlike anything ever recorded. For years, nobody could explain it. Theories ranged from geological activity to signals from unknown creatures. Some people, predictably, suggested something far less scientific. But in 2024, researchers at NANGA finally cracked it. Using an AI tool trained on over 200 zeros and hours of ocean recordings, they identified the culprit bride's whales. These are massive, warm, water giants that weigh over 40 tons. Researchers spotted 10 of them near the Mariana Islands, and 9 were producing the exact sound. What makes this even more fascinating is the timing. The sounds spiked during warmer El Niño years and almost disappeared during cooler La Niña periods. The whales were following the warmth and making these haunting calls along the way. Why exactly? Scientists still aren't sure. It may be a form of deep sea communication, like an underwater version of Marco Polo. But the Beotwang isn't the only mystery hiding beneath the waves. In 1997, underwater microphones spread across the Pacific Ocean picked up one of the loudest sounds ever recorded underwater. It began as a low rumble and rose sharply in frequency, lasting about a minute. It was powerful enough to be detected nearly 3,000 miles away. Scientists called it the bloop. For years, people speculated it was a giant, undiscovered sea creature. Scientists now believe the most likely explanation is ice. Specifically, enormous icebergs fracturing and crashing into the sea. But the legend of the bloop is something alive refuses to die. Then there's the upsweep, a repeating, sweeping sound that has been echoing through the Pacific since 1991. It rises from low to high frequency over and over. And strangely, it gets louder every spring and autumn. Scientists think it might be linked to underwater volcanic activity, hot lava meeting cold water. But more than 30 years after it was first recorded, no one has confirmed this. The ocean, it seems, has its own soundtrack, and we still don't have the full track list. And then there's the wildlife. The vampire squid lives 3,000 feet below the surface in near total darkness. When threatened, it turns its body inside out, revealing tiny spines. Its scientific name literally translates to vampire squid from the underworld. Despite sounding terrifying, it's completely harmless. The barrelé fish has a transparent head. Yes, you can see straight through its skull, with glowing, rotating eyes that track prey above it. The goblin shark is perhaps the most unsettling. It looks ordinary until it's time to eat. Its jaw physically launches out of its own mouth to snatch prey, then retracts. It has existed largely unchanged for millions of years. It is, genuinely, a living fossil. The anglerfish uses a bioluminescent lure dangling from its head to attract prey in total darkness. The light is the only thing its victims ever see before it's too late. And in the deepest zones, creatures have adapted to the crushing pressure in ways we're still trying to understand. Some have evolved almost no skeleton at all. Others have developed entirely different chemical systems to survive conditions that would instantly kill anything from the surface. Now here's something most people have never even heard of. And it might be one of the most dangerous phenomena on the planet. Underwater avalanches. These are massive, fast, moving flows of sediment and debris that tear across the ocean floor. They can travel hundreds of miles, reach extraordinary speeds, and grow to more than 100 times larger than the avalanches we see on mountains. And they happen all the time, completely invisible from the surface. In 2020, a catastrophic sediment flow rushed over 680 miles from the Congo River estuary into the deep sea. It severed 2 major underwater telecommunications cables, cutting internet speeds across large parts of West, Central, and South Africa for days. That's right. The internet going down wasn't caused by a hack or a technical failure. It was caused by an underwater avalanche. With over 550 active seafloor cables, carrying nearly all global internet traffic, these invisible disasters pose a serious threat to modern life. Scientists are racing to understand and predict them. But the deep ocean doesn't give up its secrets easily. Here's the thing about the ocean. It covers over 70% of our planet, and we've explored less than 5% of it. Every time we send something down, a camera, a microphone, a submarine, we find something we weren't expecting. A sound with no clear source. A creature that shouldn't exist. A geological event that reshapes the seafloor overnight. The deep ocean isn't just mysterious. It's a reminder that our own planet is still, in many ways, unknown to us. And if there's this much left to discover right here at home, imagine what's waiting for us beyond Earth. The ocean doesn't scare me. It fascinates me. And something tells me the best discoveries are still ahead.